Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the weekly GWF/wrestling podcast. My name is Dave Easton /Mundo /anyone else you want to think. I'm here with, of course, Tim Ross, also Karnage, Mr. J Money, and also Oliver Bisping.
Oh.
Yay!
Tim Price, you stupid idiot.
Not what? Well, if you watch Total Divas, it wouldn't be. Ladies and
Everyone
gentlemen,
makes mistakes.
we are 24 hours removed from, of course, which was Tribute to the Troops, a SmackDown-only show. Of course, it was myself, Dave Easton, in character, along with Tim Price in character, who commentated the show. And, of course, Oliver Bisping was in the main event. And decided not to tag in Dan Masters. Any reason for that?
I don't believe Dan is as glorious as me and Mundo.
Well, it definitely didn't help when you got pinned last night. Also, last night, of course, Mundo didn't compete after on Twitter saying that he had been to the doctors, Tim. Reading the tweet back, of course, what do you make of... We were talking about this on commentary last night. Mundo's tweet said, "So I have just been to see the doctor and he has told me I cannot compete at Tribute to the Troops." Is that really worth... Like, can you really take Mundo? Mundo came out to ringside as well.
Yeah, for motivation.
He looked
Bisping and Dan Masters.
He looked very well to me.
He just had a bit of a dodgy arm, I saw at one point he was favouring it.
Well, we'll see how that goes. Of course, American Alpha, ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news as well. Not American Alpha. American Alpha did win last night, but we'll get to them. Breaking news, though, ladies and gentlemen. At the draft on Sunday, December the 4th, it will be for the GWF SmackDown Tag Team titles. It will be Glorious Domination defending against the Jersey Boys. Will Glorious Domination go into the new season just 2 days before the beginning of SmackDown as the Tag Team Champions? Or will the Jersey Boys come back and, dethrone the champs? Big news there, Tim.
Very big news, but those stupid idiots, the Jersey Boys, ain't winning the titles. It's still with Glorious Domination. I'm sure Bisping would agree with me.
It is always good to stay with the glorious.
And you've got to quickly... I'll bring Carnage in just a second. Bisping, you've got to see... What do you think about that news that Daniel Bryan has now give the Jersey Boys? Many people were saying last night that Mundo cried off so you didn't have to defend the titles. You now have to defend the titles on December the 4th.
All I gotta say is I hope the Mundo is medically cleared, because, if he's not medically cleared, I don't expect him to have me go out there by myself defending those titles.
Well, Carnage, what do you think about that news?
I think the same. I don't actually know what to think of that. It's just too shocking.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel Bryan announcing that expect more matches. Apparently, from what I've been hearing rumours backstage, that Daniel Bryan is going to put all the titles on the line on the draft night, and some rumours going around that there could be some Raw, SmackDown, and NXT triple threat.
Ooh.
But that is still to be decided, of course. Coming off, of course, going back 7 days, of course, from the Raw side of GWF, we had November to Remember. Of course, that was headlined by Morgan Wolf and AJ Styles. We're now going to... Bisping has to leave now, of course, and Marky Marks has just come in.
Oh, hello.
Thanks for turning up.
I always gotta show up for these.
So we're just in time, actually, for November to Remember. AJ
Really?
Styles against Morgan Wolf headlined the show. Now, Morgan Wolf has been on Twitter this week. I'll get all you guys, but I want to ask Marky this first. Morgan Wolf went on Twitter this week and said, "AJ Styles, not in my league. It took me less than 6 minutes to win." What do you think about that?
The facts are there. It was a very dominant win. I saw it there, but it was definitely a very short time that I thought AJ Styles was going to end that match one. He was out there by himself. Morgan was down, but Morgan was able to get back up there and hit that wolf bite off the top of the ladder, and of course, keep his gold.
And of course, you'd have to say, Tim, for Morgan Wolf, he's held that title from day one in GWF. Can anyone dethrone Morgan Wolf and his ego?
No, I don't know. in that ladder match, AJ Styles did come very close. I mean, a lot of people saying Morgan got lucky. He was able to get up in time, it seemed. AJ just couldn't bring the title down. And he was able to hit a wolf spite off the top and get the championship.
Karnage, will bring you in here. What do you make of Morgan Wolf in this title run? Do you think that anyone can beat him?
I think absolutely not. He's been a fighting champion all season, and he's not going to give up for anybody.
Well, strong words. He said it. He has said it on Twitter. It'll be interesting to see what, of course, Joe Disney has in store for United States champion coming up into season 2. Looking ahead, of course, quickly, we've got the NXT tournament coming up for the new TV Internet Championship. That is going to be in a couple of weeks. It'll be 13 days time. Maz Freeway has introduced the Internet. We know how much he loved that in NSW. So I wonder how it's going to work this time around. But it's apparently a 16-man tournament. So expect a lot of surprises, I guess, and some debuts, I've been told.
Ooh.
So also looking forward as well, 3 weeks time, we have got just a day before Raw starts. It will be the first draft of the season. 3 for Raw, 3 for SmackDown, and 3 for NXT. We've already told you a couple of SmackDown matches. I'm sure Raw will be telling us them. Check our Twitter and Facebook. Marky, just a quick go on to Raw, because obviously you're the main commentator for Raw. Mm-hmm. What do you expect from this season? What do you who have you got any people you think may be dark horses?
I definitely think people like Cesaro and Kid, I definitely see them going in there. And I believe after what they showed in the offseason, I believe they can be one of the top teams to take out the Elite, or, of course, the new team of Luke and Butch. Of course, no one knows their name yet, but, of course, attack the Elite at November to Remember. Definitely a lot of strong tag teams coming into the season.
Tim, I'll ask you quickly. You watch Raw regularly. We watch it regularly backstage as well. Who do you think? Who do you think will be the dark horse in for Raw this season?
I'd have to agree with Marky there about Cesaro, Kid. They are very formidable tag team. There is a plethora of talent over there, and well, with the draft coming up, we could see some of that talent actually come over to SmackDown and be true dark horses on the blue brand.
Mm-hmm. Karnage, I'm going to ask you this question here, slightly different to that one. Could you see Morgan Wolf become the first person to hold 2 titles?
I personally think he can. He's showed his dominance all season, and he can do anything he wants, pretty much.
Dave?
Yes?
I don't mean to correct you here, but he has held 2 titles before.
Oh, sorry, he did have... Sorry, 2 singles titles. That's what I meant to say, sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry for the confusion. Of course, 2 singles titles. Yes. So that is what's coming up GWF-wise over the next few weeks. Of course, if you haven't caught November to Remember or Tribute to the Troops, they are on the network. They'll probably just be like a couple of videos below this one. So why not check it out? Why not give us a like, a share, and a subscribe, I guess. That is all of the GWF news for this week. We will quickly now move on to the real world, which is WWE. And this week is the week leading into Survivor Series. Of course, the main event for Survivor Series, many people are saying it's going to be Lesnar and Goldberg. Anybody excited for that match?
Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting.
It's going to be interesting seeing how it compares to, the WrestleMania match. Because the WrestleMania match, neither of them cared because they were leaving. Now, with this match, they actually, I think, both care about the matchup. They're both getting paid probably a lot of money. So it might be a bit better, but we've also got worried about Goldberg's age.
He is nearly 50.
Mm.
But
And that isn't stopping The Undertaker.
that is true. But you got to remember, Goldberg hasn't wrestled in 12 years. So
Very true.
he's going to have ring rust.
Oh, yeah.
And we've seen what happened last week when he slipped with Rusev. Or was it a couple of weeks ago? A couple of weeks ago. When he went to jackhammer Rusev. So, you've got to be... And also tonight on Raw, we're taping this Raw's just about now 1:15 away. There is going to be them two in the same ring. Lesnar and Goldberg. and no Paul Heyman.
Be very interesting. I mean, a very big confrontation that needs to happen right before the big match. And we'll see if they will. Definitely be some good differences between the WrestleMania match where they both just wanted to go in, get the job done, and leave, compared to now where Brock Lesnar, of course, the cover star for W2K17, and Goldberg, the pre-order bonus for 2K17, of course, going after each other.
Yeah, and this is what they've called it, and it's fantasy warfare. That's what they're building this on. Fantasy warfare comes real. Carnage, I'm going to ask you this question. Do you think Goldberg is a liability being in the ring?
Nope, absolutely not.
Do you think that he can go into the ring and put on a decent match on Sunday?
Yes, I do.
Big things. That is your main event. Also, we'll get Tim's thing on the Survivor Series matchups. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to give you one match each, and I want you to tell me who can be the star and who can be the underdog of the match. Okay? So,
Okay.
Tim, we'll start with you. We're going to Team Raw women versus Team SmackDown women, sorry. Who is going to win,
Okay.
and who could be the dark horse?
Okay, I've got to try and fully remember the teams here.
I'll tell you who it is. Team Raw is Charlotte, Bayley, Nia Jax, Alicia Fox, and Sasha Banks, with Dana Brooke
Okay.
at ringside. Team SmackDown, Nikki Bella, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Carmella, and Naomi, with Natalya at ringside.
That's difficult.
Who do you think Who do you think is going to win?
God, I might chalk this up to possibly SmackDown with Carmella possibly being a dark horse in it. I think she's improving quite a bit. I think she might surprise a few people.
So who are you going with Carmella for the win, or?
I could see her getting a decent, like a few eliminations. I don't see her maybe surviving to the end. I could maybe see Alexa Bliss being the one in the end, and then that sort of elevates her to get another shot against Becky Lynch at some point. I don't know.
Okay, good stuff.
Can I say something about that?
Of course.
I'm going to say Charlotte won't survive her, only because they are building off this whole thing that Charlotte's undefeated at pay-per-views.
Okay, Carnage.
I personally think Naomi could have a shot,
That would be interesting.
because she hasn't been in the spotlight.
Well, she has
at
with
all.
them dancing glow things.
Yeah, but like the title picture, she's not been in it for a very long time.
Let's see what happens on Sunday. Right, Carnage, I'm going to give you Team Raw versus Team SmackDown, the men. The singles, Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho, Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, and Seth Rollins takes on AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, and Shane McMahon, with Luke Harper and James Ellsworth at ringside. Who is going to win, and who's going to be the dark horse?
It's tough. Both teams have got very good people, but I think Braun Strowman and Raw are going to take the victory.
And who could be who's going to be the dark horse?
Could possibly be Bray Wyatt.
Now that would be interesting, definitely.
Yeah.
Especially with this
Yeah, I
new
definitely see
Wyatt
that.
family.
That's something I might. Yeah.
Go on, I was going to throw it to you, Danny. Tim, anyway. Who do you think's going to win?
Well, I'm gonna go with what Carter said and go with Raw winning and Braun doing quite a bit of work. And here's something that could be very interesting: the final two as Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman.
I was thinking the same.
Oh, come on. Do you think WWE would give us that?
This is WWE we're speaking about, but could you imagine?
It would be interesting.
Very interesting.
Marky, who you going for?
I'm going to go a little bit more of the same here. I feel like they're still giving Braun that big push, and I feel like maybe even being this sole survivor for Team Raw is Braun Strowman. And I would love to see Bray Wyatt going against Braun in the end. But who knows if that's how it's going to happen. I mean, that's obviously the best one that it should be. in the end if it is Braun.
But then I've realised typical WWE booking.
Yeah.
Soul Survivor's gonna be Roman Reigns.
Oh God, no.
Make him very, very strong. We all know. It's definitely very interesting though to see Shane McMahon in this matchup.
I don't think if Shane McMahon will make the team on Sunday.
You think something will happen like there'll be some
Something's
sort
going
of
to happen
surprise?
tonight. 'Cause
I
he's
feel like Ellsworth's going to make his way into the match.
I agree. I think it will happen. But I'm gonna go with Raw winning, and I'm gonna say Kevin Owens is the sole survivor.
Ah.
You know, there could be a turn though of Jericho on Owens or vice versa.
I think
night.
it could happen where it could be Owens and Jericho left with say Ambrose or somebody, and then the miscommunication again, and could happen. Right, last one. Marky, it's yours. It's Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. Tag teams: The New Day, Sheamus and Cesaro, the Club, Enzo and Cass, and the Shining Stars versus Team SmackDown. Heath Slater and Rhino, the Hype Bros, American Alpha, the Usos, and Breezango.
I'm looking at it. I mean, like, I feel like they need to start giving like Enzo and Big Cass a little bit of a push. And I mean, it's been a little bit off of them. They've been kind of like up and down. I feel like they should really get a win there tonight. Well, Sunday night, I should say.
Dark
I feel like
horses?
the dark horses. I could definitely see a Breezango being a dark horse.
Okay. Tim, who are you going for?
think I'm gonna go possibly with Raw for this one, and I think possibly the dark horses being Cesaro and Sheamus. They could be like the sole survivors, and then that then gives them a shot against New Day in the future. Like they earn that, and then that gets them the titles.
I definitely see. I see SmackDown winning this one, but I'm hoping. This is just me hoping that American Alpha win.
That is definitely a good hope.
But I can see it being a Raw win, and it's going to be something like the Club and the New Day. The New Day are losing the tag team titles in the next pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I mean, they've had them long enough.
But they're only going to do it to break the title. Break the title, like
Yeah, they're basically doing it to break Demolition's run, or how long they had it for.
and then that's going to be it. And that's it done.
Yeah.
But we're going to wrap this up very, very quickly. So I'm going to race through the last few matches. Ziggler versus Sami Zayn. Who wins? Marky.
I love my Ziggles. Ziggler's gonna win.
Tim.
It's going to be Ziggler winning. They're going to keep the title there.
Carnage.
Ziggler isn't going to lose that quickly.
Oh, guess what, guys? I'm going against you.
Going for Zayn.
Sami Zayn. Rumors are going round, and this is because I've watched other podcasts as well. That they're gonna say that it's gonna be a sort of a trade, like you can pick the best people, like you can do a draft, like a trade, not like a trade, like a, you know what I mean? Like you can pick one of the people to come across to your side.
Yeah.
I think Zayn might win it, and then they pick Zayn.
Could happen.
That's what I'm thinking. Also, the last one, Cruiserweight Championship. If Kalisto wins, the Cruiserweight division will transfer to SmackDown, and he'll get the Cruiserweight Championship. Is it a good thing that the Cruiserweight division could go to SmackDown? Anyway, as we're a little bit short for time, we'll start with Carnage for this one.
No, it wouldn't make a difference because they're going to get their own show anyway.
But which is taped after SmackDown.
It would be more convenient. No?
So are you going for Kalisto, or are you staying with Kendrick?
I think Kendrick can win. They're not going to potato the belt, hopefully. Like they're doing with the women.
Okay. Tim?
Well, actually, I'm going to go with Kalisto for this one, only because of the thing of 205's being taped after SmackDown, and it is a convenience thing, and I think that is how it's going to go.
Okay. And finally, Marky.
I can definitely see Kalisto winning. I would like Brian Kendrick to win, but I think it could go to Kalisto because that could be the third hour for SmackDown. Like when they go somewhere to go do like tapings and stuff, That could be the third hour. Like Raw has 3 hours, SmackDown usually has 2. And also due to the fact that on SmackDown, their GM is a cruiserweight, of course, Dana Bryan.
Well, there you go. Is it going to happen? Is it going to be the cruiserweights move across? Is this the last night on Raw for the cruiserweights? We will.
Could very well be.
We will find out tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This has been your Global Gaming Podcast. I have been Dave Easton Mundo. Anybody else you want to call my name? Thanks to Karnage, to Tim, and of course to Marky. We will see you next week.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.